I'm not crying, I whispered, trying to smile through the blur of tears. It's just the wind. Melanie laughed, adjusting my veil as we stood behind the chapel doors. It's not even windy. I looked at her. The soft pink lipstick smudged on the edge of her cup from earlier, her eyes full of genuine joy for me. You think I'm doing the right thing? You're glowing, Elena. Daniel's crazy about you. He watches you like you're all he sees. All he sees. I swallowed. The music began. Soft, romantic, perfect. Ready? The coordinator asked. I nodded. My heels clicked on the marble floor, echoing louder than my heartbeat. The doors opened. Everyone stood, and there he was, Daniel. Tall, handsome, polished like he'd stepped out of a magazine. His smile was camera perfect. But his eyes, empty. He reached out for me at the altar. His fingers were warm, firm. You look beautiful. You showed up. That's all I needed, I said, half joking. He chuckled. You'll need more than that, Mrs. Carter, Mrs. Carter. I repeated it in my head like a prayer, and a warning. The priest began the vows. I barely heard them. My pulse roared louder, but when he said, I do, he said it without blinking. When I said it, I meant every word, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish. His lips brushed mine at the kiss. It looked sweet, gentle. People clapped. Someone cried. It wasn't me. At the reception, Melanie twirled beside me, holding champagne. Girl, you did it. Married, rich, in love. What now? Now? I smiled, twisting the ring on my finger. I build forever with him. Forever, she echoed. Just, don't forget to look at him too. What do you mean? She hesitated. Nothing. Just, I know you love him. Just make sure he, loves you back the same. I laughed. Too loud, too sharp. He married me, Mel. Of course he does. She bit her lip. Of course. Daniel appeared then, placing a hand on my lower back. Dance with me, Mrs. Carter? I nodded. Always. He leaned in close on the dance floor. You're happy? Ecstatic. He didn't say he was too. I waited for him to kiss me again. He didn't. He looked past me, at someone, then back at me, catching himself, smiling. Something wrong? I asked. Nothing. Just tired of smiling for everyone. I can take you home. I'm fine, he said. You're always so eager to fix things, aren't you? That stung. But I smiled anyway. Later, as I watched him talk with guests, I noticed it again, how his charm was always turned outward, never toward me when no one else was looking. I walked out onto the balcony, the air cooler now. My heart was full, but not steady. Melanie joined me. Everything okay? Perfect, I said. Why wouldn't it be? She looked at me too long. I just want you to be happy, Elena. You deserve someone who worships you. He married me. Isn't that worship enough? She didn't answer. Back. Inside, Daniel raised a toast. To the woman who changed my life, he said, lifting his glass. I waited for him to look at me, with warmth. Something real, but the way he said it, it was like he meant changed, as in won the lottery. People cheered. I smiled through it. That night, when we got to the hotel suite, he loosened his tie and dropped it on the floor. Did you enjoy it? I asked, sitting on the bed. The wedding? He asked, pouring himself a drink. Sure, it was expensive. Looked good. You mean we looked good? Same thing. I blinked. You're quiet. Just tired, he muttered. Can we skip the deep talks tonight? Of course. I forced a smile. I love you, Daniel. He didn't say it back. He turned off the lights, and I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying the day. Everyone said we looked perfect. I touched my ring. It felt cold. He kissed my hand, but not my soul. And now, lying next to the man I thought I'd spend forever with. I felt more alone than ever. I should have seen it. But I was blind. He married me for my money, and I let him. You're late again. Daniel didn't look up. He dropped his keys in the bowl by the door and shrugged off his coat. Work ran long. That's the third time this week. So, he said, heading for the kitchen. It's not a crime. I followed him, arms folded. You said we'd have dinner together tonight. I didn't promise. He grabbed a beer from the fridge. Don't make it a big deal. I cooked, set the table, lit a candle. He opened the bottle and took a long drink. I'm not hungry. I stared at him, the flicker of candlelight still glowing behind me. You used to care. I still do, he said, not even meeting my eyes. I'm just tired, Elena. Tired of me? He didn't answer. 2 days later, I found it. His shirt tossed over the chair, wrinkled and faintly stained. I picked it up, brought it to my nose, then froze. Sweet, floral, not mine. I held it closer. It clung to the fabric like a ghost. Hey, I asked that night, casual, almost too light. Did you hug someone at work or something? He blinked. What? Your shirt smelled like perfume. He laughed. Oh, that? Probably Sandra from marketing. She always wears too much. Right. Don't be paranoid, he said, brushing past me, but it wasn't paranoia. It was instinct. Do you love me? I asked him one night. He looked up from his phone. What kind of question is that? A simple one. He sighed. I married you, didn't I? That's not an answer. Elena, can we not do this right now? So no? I didn't say that. You didn't say anything. He turned away. I stared at the back of his head, wondering how love could turn so silent. I stopped asking, started watching. He came home later, smiled less, touched me like I was glass, sometimes not at all, and I noticed the way his phone never left. His side, the way he turned it face down when he charged it, the way he texted too fast, then locked the screen like it burned him. Who do you talk to all the time? I asked once. Work stuff. At 1 a.m.? He didn't even blink. Deadlines don't sleep. But he did, and that's when it slipped. It was a Thursday, his body, heavy beside mine, breathing slow, even. And then, out of nowhere, a whisper. Clara. I froze. He turned in his sleep, exhaled the name like a sigh. Clara. I sat up slowly, heart pounding. Daniel, I whispered. He didn't wake. He just smiled. I didn't sleep that night. At breakfast, I stared at him. Every movement, how he spread butter on toast, how he avoided my gaze. You sleep okay? I asked. He nodded. Did you? No. Why not? Bad dream. About what? Someone I love lying to me. He looked up, just for a second, then away. Sounds intense. It was. He stood, grabbed his jacket. I'll be home late. Of course you will, Melanie called me later. You sound off. What's going on? Do you remember when we were kids and I used to pretend I could see through lies? Yeah, you always said people blink twice when they lie. Daniel doesn't blink at all. She went quiet. Elena, I think he's cheating. Did he say something? No, but he talks in his sleep. Oh, God. He said a name. Clara. Melanie hissed. Do you know her? No, but I will. Are you okay? I don't know. That night, I didn't ask questions. I didn't accuse. I made dinner, set the table, waited. Daniel walked in, smiling faintly. Hey. Long day? I asked. The longest? He said, loosening his tie. I watched him. Every move. Every word. Who's Clara? He froze, just for a second. Then he laughed. Too loud, too smooth. Clara? What? You said her name in your sleep. He waved a hand. I don't even know a Clara. You sure? Elena, please, you're being weird. I think I'm being awake. He scoffed. This again. You're imagining things. Maybe I was, but my gut wasn't. He kissed my cheek. Stop overthinking. But my mind wouldn't stop, because Daniel might sleep beside me. But I was lying next to a stranger. Do you want tea or wine? I asked, already pouring wine into 2 glasses. My hands were shaking. Melanie sat on the couch, eyes following me too closely. Wine. Definitely wine. I forced a smile. Long day? She didn't answer right. Away. Elena, are you sure Daniel loves you? The glass slipped a little in my hand. What? Don't get mad. Just listen. Why would you even ask that? I handed her the glass, sitting stiffly beside her. He's just been busy. Busy doesn't explain the way he talks to you. He's under pressure at work, that's all. Elena, I cut her off. Mel, you've never liked him. That's not true. I wanted to like him, for you. But now I'm scared. Scared of what? That my husband works too much? That he doesn't rub my feet every night? That you're in denial, she whispered. I stood. Wow, that's nice. You come into my house, drink my wine, and call me delusional. I didn't mean it like that. Then how did you mean it? She pulled out her phone. Her hands were trembling. I didn't want to do this, but I can't keep quiet anymore. What are you talking about? She turned the screen toward me. Daniel, a woman, a small, cozy table, candles, smiles, her hand on his lips close to her ear. I stared at the image. Then I blinked. Then I laughed. You had someone follow him? No. A friend saw him. She thought it looked familiar, then saw it was Daniel. She sent it to me. Do you know how insane this looks? Elena, you're jealous. What? You're single and you hate seeing me married. Stop. I kept going. You've always been like this, always needing to be the one with advice, the one who knows better. I love you, she said, voice breaking. That's why I'm here. Well, maybe you shouldn't be. She stared at me. You're really defending that? He didn't kiss her. They could be co-workers. They were holding hands. He's stressed. Maybe he needed to vent to someone. That doesn't mean you're making excuses, because I know him. Do you? She whispered. I froze. She wiped her eyes. I miss you, Elena. The real you. Not this scared version. Pretending everything's fine. I think you should go. Please don't do this. I said go. She stood slowly. I'm not your enemy. Right now you feel like one. She stepped toward me. I stepped back. Goodbye, Mel. She hesitated at the door. When it all falls apart, I'll still be here. I slammed it shut behind her. The echo rang in my ears. I stood alone in the quiet, her words slicing deeper than I wanted to admit. I wasn't angry at her. I was angry at myself. Because I looked at that photo, and I didn't feel shock. I felt confirmation, and that was worse. I couldn't sleep. Not with his lies breathing beside me. So I got up. The study door creaked open. I hadn't been in there in weeks. Not since he asked me to respect his privacy. That should have been the first red flag. I opened drawers. Paper clips, receipts, nothing. Then I saw it. Bottom drawer, locked. I bent down, heart thudding. Where do you keep your secrets, Daniel? I whispered. I checked the bookshelf, behind the whiskey. Bingo. A tiny silver key. The lock clicked. I pulled the drawer open. Folders, tidy, labeled, but the one at the bottom, unlabeled, caught my eye. Inside, printed bank statements. My name on some, his name on all. Another name in cursive on 2 pages. Clara Whitmore. What the hell? I sat down, flipping through them. Wire transfers, small at first, 200, 400, then thousands, from my trust account to a joint account, his and Clara's. My blood ran cold. He's stealing from me. No, not stealing. He's emptying. Me. Every transaction felt like a slap. For travel, I muttered. Restaurants, hotels, spa days, and I paid for all of it. The walls felt too close. The air too thick. I shoved the papers back in, but the rage stayed. I walked to the mirror, stared, hair messy, eyes hollow, skin pale. I touched the glass. Who are you? And then, clear as day, I heard my father's voice. Don't let anyone make a fool of you, Elena, especially not someone who calls himself a man. He died when I was 20. Left me everything, and now Daniel was bleeding it out of me. Tears burned the edge of my vision, but I refused to let them fall. Not tonight. I walked back into our bedroom. He was snoring. Peaceful. I wanted to scream. Shake him awake. Show him. The files. Instead, I whispered, he never loved me. I slipped under the covers, cold and wide awake, and for the first time in weeks, I wasn't sad. I was done. No more crying, no more excuses. He thought I was weak, that I wouldn't notice. He married me for my money, but I would be the one to end this game, and he'd never see it coming. I stared at my phone for 10 minutes before dialing. Hello? Marcus? It's me. Silence. Elena? Yeah. Another pause. Then, you okay? No. My voice cracked. I messed up. Bad. He sighed. Daniel? How did, you know? I never trusted him. I should have listened. No, he said gently. You should have called sooner. I need help. Say the word. I found accounts. In his name. In her name. With my money. And Clara, he muttered. Unbelievable. I was so blind, Marcus. Stop. You married in good faith. He played a game. But now we end it. I sat down. How? First, freeze. The assets. Quietly, I'll walk you through it. But won't he notice? Not if you play your part. Smile. Cook dinner. Pretend to kiss him. I swallowed. Pretend I'm still in love. Exactly. You really think I can pull that off? You were top of your class. Don't act like you're weak now. It's been years, Marcus, since we talked. I never stopped being your brother. I know, I was just angry and stubborn. So, was I exhaled. I'm sorry. Forget that. Let's take everything back. How do we start? Tomorrow, I'll come to the city, bring the documents. We'll map it all out. You'll need a new attorney, a quiet one. Marcus, yeah? Thanks for picking up. Always, even if it's years later. That night, I sat across from Daniel at dinner. He poured wine. You look nice. Tonight. Thanks, I said, smiling. He didn't notice the steel in my voice. Good. Let him sleep beside a storm. You sure you want to do this? Toby asked, glancing around my office. Yes. I kept my voice even. I need eyes in the house, discreet ones. He hesitated. This isn't just suspicion, is it? He's stealing from me and sleeping with her. I need proof. Toby nodded slowly. Then we do it right. Small lens, motion triggered. No sound unless you want it. I want everything. He opened his backpack, pulling out the kit. Where do you want the main feed? The bedroom, facing the bed, he blinked. You're brave. No, I muttered. I'm tired. That night, he met me outside the townhouse. 10 minutes. I'll be fast. Make it 5. He's at the gym. He moved like a shadow. Into the room, behind the dresser, wires, tucked perfectly. All done, he whispered. Stream syncs to your laptop. Password protected. Call me if it glitches. Thank you, Toby. I don't like liars, he said simply. And you deserve better. The first night, nothing. The second static, the third. I saw her, Clara, in my robe. Her laugh, soft, too familiar. Then him, shirtless, smiling. God, she's still clueless, he said, tossing his phone on the nightstand. She worships you? Clara purred. It's kinda pathetic. He chuckled. She was just a ticket. Her last name opened every door. She's rich. That's it. She's nothing without her money. My stomach twisted. Don't you think she suspects? Clara asked. She's too soft. She still makes me breakfast. They kissed, laughed, tangled in sheets I bought, in a house I owned. I closed the ghee. Laptop, opened it again, watched it twice, then a third time. Each time, I didn't cry. I counted the seconds Clara spent in my robe. I memorized the way Daniel smirked when he said my name. I let the words soak into my skin. Nothing without her. Money. The next morning, Toby stopped by. Well, I got what I needed. He studied my face. You okay? No. I looked him dead in the eyes. But I will be. You're not crazy, Elena. No, I said, but I'm done being quiet. Reached into his backpack. Flash drive backup, just in case. I took it. Toby, why are you helping me? He shrugged. Because I saw the way he talks to you, like your furniture. I tightened my grip on the drive. You're going to burn him down, aren't you? I smiled. Not just him. That night, I poured myself a glass of wine. I sat on the couch, hit play again, watched them mock me, and for the first time, I smiled back. Why the hell are my accounts frozen? Daniel slammed the bedroom door so hard the mirror rattled. I sipped my coffee, unbothered. Good morning to you too. Don't play cute, Elena. The bank called. The firm's pulling out. My phone won't stop ringing. What did you do? I set the cup down. You might want to call Clara. She's good at making plans. Maybe she has one now. His eyes narrowed. Don't you dare say her name. You already did, I said, standing. Twice, in your sleep. He paled. You're insane. No. Daniel, I'm awake now. He ran a hand through his hair, pacing. You can't touch my accounts. They're mine. Correction, I said. Were. Before you used my name to fund your little side projects. His voice cracked. You're bluffing. Checkmate. He froze. I've got statements, transfers, emails, your voice calling. Me a joke. Your hands on her, on my sheets. You spied on me. You robbed me. I can explain. I don't need an explanation. I cut him off. I needed the truth, and now I have it, all of it. His face dropped. Elena, don't do this. Why? Afraid of losing your lifestyle? The house? The fake respect? He stepped closer. We can fix this. No, you broke this. His tone softened. You were never supposed to find out. But I did. He grabbed the edge of the table like it could steady his world. We had something good. We had nothing real, I said, staring at him. You wore love like a costume. Elena, I need those accounts. You need Clara, I interrupted. You trusted her, didn't you? Maybe she can save you now. I'll lose everything, he whispered. I leaned in. You already did. His eyes filled with something I'd never seen before, real fear. I turned away, heading for the door. Elena, please. I paused at the threshold. Elena, don't leave me like this. Please, just talk to me. I turned my head, just enough for him to see my smile. I just did. I walked out, heels echoing down the hallway, sharp and steady. Behind me, silence. No footsteps followed. He didn't chase, and I didn't look back. Open the door, you coward! I barely had time to turn before Clara stormed inside. You lied to me. He lied to me. I didn't move. Take a breath. Don't you dare tell me to breathe. I gave up everything for him. Her hands trembled. She looked thinner, broken, still beautiful, but undone. He said we'd start a new life. He said you were cold, controlling, that you didn't love him. I folded my arms. And you believe that? Her lips curled. You think you're better than me? No. I stepped closer. I think I'm quieter. That's all. Her voice cracked. I'm pregnant. I blinked. My stomach turned, but I held my ground. Then I hope the baby never meets him. She flinched. He told me we'd live in Paris, she whispered. He picked out names. He said he loved me. I sighed. He also said I was his soulmate, on our wedding night. Her eyes searched mine. You're lying. No, just experienced. Her breath hitched. I thought I won. I tilted my head. Won what, Clara? She looked down. The game. There was never a game, I said quietly. Just a man using whoever let him. She rubbed her stomach. He said money didn't matter. I laughed once, cold, sharp. Then he wouldn't have hidden a joint account with your name on it. Her head shot up. What? You didn't know? I raised an eyebrow. That's the funny part. He was planning to cut you out next. No, he wouldn't. He would, I said. He did. It's his pattern. Tears spilled. She sank onto the armrest. He said he loved me. And he said that to me, I said. And probably someone before me. He only loves what he can take. She whispered, I have no one. You have yourself. That's more than he ever gave me. She met my eyes. You're not angry? I was. Now I'm done wasting energy on him. She wiped her face with shaky fingers. He left this morning. I nodded. Of course he did. No note. No call. He never stays when things cost him. Silence stretched between us. I thought you'd scream, she said. I thought you'd gloat. I came here to honestly. And now? She looked away. I don't know. I walked to the door. I won't stop you from rebuilding, but don't do it for him. Or the baby. Do it for you. She stood, legs unsteady. Why are you being kind? Because he wasn't, I said. And someone has to break the cycle. She nodded slowly. Thank you. For what? For not becoming him. I opened the door. Take care of yourself, Clara. She paused on the step. He really fooled us both, didn't he? No, I said. He underestimated us both. She gave me one last look, sad, grateful, and walked away. I closed the door behind her, not in anger, not in grief, just peace. God, this dust, I muttered, dragging the old trunk from the closet floor. The journal was wedged between yellowed receipts and brittle photos. Dad's handwriting peeked from the edge. I opened it slowly. A folded page slipped free. Elena, it began. I sat on the floor, my throat closed. People will take from you. Some will smile while they do it. Let them. Let them take your things, your comfort, even your trust. You'll find yourself in what's left. My fingers trembled. You don't need to hold on to everything, darling. You only need to hold on to who you are. I blinked hard. If you're reading this, something's been taken. But I promise, your strength is louder than any silence they leave behind. I pressed the letter to my chest. Why now, Dad? I whispered. Why today? The air felt still, not empty, full. Did you know? I said. Did you know he'd break me like this? The walls didn't answer, but the letter did. You'll rise, not to prove them wrong, but to remind yourself, you were always right. I let the tears come. For the first time in weeks, not because I was shattered, but because I wasn't. I touched my face, surprised at the warmth of the tears. I'm still here, I whispered. Not Daniel's wife, not the girl who was fooled. Elena, I said aloud. I'm Elena. And I believed it. For the first time in a long time, I believed it. Sign here. My hand didn't shake, not this time. That's it? Daniel's voice cracked. I nodded. That's it. You're really walking away? I looked at the pen, then at him. I already did. You're just now noticing. He glanced around the conference room like the walls would answer for me. You could have fought, he muttered. You could have ruined me. I shrugged. You did that all by yourself. No, don't, I said. Don't pretend you have something left to say. He swallowed hard. For once, nothing slick came out of his mouth. I don't hate you, Daniel. His eyes flicked up. Hope? Regret? Too late. I just don't need you anymore. The lawyer slid the papers back into the folder. Congratulations. It's official. I stood. Straightened my jacket. He didn't follow me. Out. That was the real ending. The house looked smaller with the furniture gone. Melanie leaned against the doorframe. Ready? I smiled. Been ready. You're sure you don't want the paintings? I grabbed the duffel bag, my only luggage. Let Clara decorate his next place. Melanie laughed, but her eyes shimmered. You look different. Free? No. Like yourself. Outside, neighbors stared. Whispers followed. She lost everything. She should have known. Poor thing. I walked past them like wind. Let them talk. They only knew my name, not my strength. That night, I opened my new apartment window. The air tasted like something clean. Do you miss him? Melanie asked quietly. No. Not even the good parts? I looked at her. The good parts were made of lies. She didn't argue, just nodded. I'm not angry anymore, I said. That scares me. Why? Because I thought anger was power, but it's not. Letting go is, she exhaled. You're really done, aren't you? I turned to the mirror by the window. I didn't see his wife. I didn't see a fool. I saw me. Elena, I whispered. Melanie tilted her head. What? I just like hearing my name. On my terms. The city lights flickered below, and I stood there. Not broken, just born again.